It's more than good, it's Greta!
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and I'm playing Greta, Sweettooth Scourge. This is a food deck where, well, we make food, we eat food, and we take out our opponents one snack at a time. Greta is an uncommon card from Wilds of Eldraine. She's in Golgari colors, and when she enters the battlefield, she makes a food, and you can pay mana to either get a +1/+1 counter, sacrificing a food, or drawing a card. Greta is kind of nice because she is just food. She's good with food. And that means we get to play all of the cards that say food on them. I'm actually not running every single food-related card, but I'm running almost all of them. If you would like to make this deck stronger, it's actually better as a semi-combo deck that's relying on the two different Golgari sets of combos, one of which is the Exquisite Blood with Vito and Dina, and the other which is Chatterfang with Pitiless Plunderer. Very easy to put those into this deck. I do not have them in this deck because I think it's more fun to play with our food. And what is good with food? Well, Marionette Master, for example, is good with food. You eat your food, you drain your opponent's life total. What else is good with food? Mirkwood Bats, who cares about creating and sacrificing tokens. There's a lot of fun stuff in there. And of course, we have the cards that care about food literally on the card, like Savvy Hunter, who you sacrifice 2 food to draw a card. You have A-Cauldron Familiar, unfortunately the nerfed version of A-Cauldron Familiar, which cannot block, which you can sacrifice your food to bring it back from the graveyard to drain your opponent. It's a great way to quickly sacrifice a lot of food tokens. You also do actually have a combo in this deck between Experimental Confectioners and Peregrin Took. So Pippin, when you make a token, makes food. Great. And whenever you sacrifice a food, you make a token. Which means that you, if you have 3 food to start, can sacrifice your 3 food to draw a card, which allows you to make 3 rats, which makes you 3 food. You make infinite rats at instant speed with Pippin and the Experimental Confectioner. As I said, lots of combos you can throw in here. I'm also running some Golgari good stuff in this deck. I am not running Casualties of War. Why? Because for the sake of this video, if I cast Casualties of War, my opponents will concede. And I know that that's kind of like, yeah, I know. It's for the content. If every single time I cast a card, my opponent concedes, I'm not playing games of Magic, and I can't make a good video for you to watch. Put it in your deck if your goal is to win games, all right? Great, we've been through it. Amazing, wonderful. Other fun interactions in this deck include Inspiring Statuary, which allows you to tap your food to get spells cast. It's kind of like Convoke, but for non-artifact spells, using your artifacts. And we also have Karn, who makes Karn Structs that care about the number of artifacts, which includes the foods you control. As far as new cards go, there's also Sir Ginger, the Meal Ender. She's fantastic. She's going to get bigger and bigger the more foods that you eat, and she herself is a food. Really nice, right? Everybody likes a good snack or two. And if you wanted more food, we have Doubling Season and Parallel Lives in this deck to double the amount of food we create. And Night of Sweet Revenge also to tap our food to get mana. This deck does have kind of like these very loose pieces all coming together to make for a very fun mid-rangey deck. I recommend that you enjoy your Greta with a hearty dose of removal though, so I am running a lot of good non-land removal, things like Binding the Old Gods and Mortality Spear, Vraska, other Vraska, and of course our dear friend Liliana. We're in Golgari colors, I know what we like, we're playing the good stuff, and we're gonna take it into the queue and we're gonna have a snack. It's Brutaclad, Telcor Engineer. Brutaclad's all about making tokens and becoming copies of tokens. Brutaclad allows you to make a token and then turn all your tokens into a copy of one of those tokens. This adds up into a very, very nasty way to flood the board with a creature of your choice, because there's ways to make token copies of things like Brutaclad himself. I have died to Brutaclad many times, and I've killed many people with my assortment of Brutaclad tokens. It started out strong. I like how Rally of Hornburg, by the way, makes white tokens. Very powerful. Very beautiful. I am going to play Greta. I'm gonna go for Greta first. I'm gonna play Welcome to Sweettooth. Don't mind me. I just want one more mana for next turn. Hi, Lannery. Before Lannery can attack, I am going to have them sacrifice a non-token creature, so she does not get to make a treasure token. We have Giant Opportunity, perfect for all the food that we've got. And we could make some more food. I think we may as well. I'm going to play the Sweettooth Witch. And to pleasantly, well, make the most food possible, I'm actually going to sacrifice this token and play Greta. We could also do Giant Opportunity. That would make 3 foods, but I'd rather use this to make a giant... Yeah, 3 foods. We got witches, we got warriors, and we got druids. Okay, technically the witches are warlocks. It's fine. 3 mana, 7/7, at the cost of a couple snacks. Seems fair to me. And the 3rd chapter of Welcome to Sweettooth says... Let's get beefy! Turning the Incubation Druid into a 4/6, which actually gives me access to more mana. I will start by going to combat. I'm going to attack with these 2. Greta and the Sweettooth Witch. I imagine they will not want to give up their tokens so easily because they use those for Brutaclad. Yeah, Sweettooth Witch probably should be a hag instead of a warlock. Always an odd flavor choice. So now I have the choice here of making giants, using Vivian, or doing a bit of both. I'm going to use Vivian to actually destroy their treasure token. To destroy their treasure token. Okay, looks great. And we're going to play Giant Opportunity, sacrificing 2 food and making a 7/7 giant token. Vivian's out here vibing. There and back again. Oh no! My 7/7 can't block. They'll be able to kill Vivian. So what's crazy about this card with Brutaclad is Smog. Now, the token might be legendary, but that's not a bad thing, because you make everything into copies of Smog, all but 1 die, and you are left with 14 treasures for each one. It's nuts. All right, so we got 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, everybody in. Go get him, kids. We have lethal. We're going to use the Sweettooth Witch to sacrifice our food. Kill our opponent. GG Brutaclad. Nissa of Shadowed Bows, a fellow Golgari commander. Now, I'm keeping this hand in part because it's got some great early ramp. And also, once they play their Planeswalker commander, Sir Ginger gets an extra buff. Do you know Sir Ginger gets Trample, Hexproof, and Haste if our opponent has a Planeswalker? Just saying, it's nice to have, right? Very nice to have. I'm going to throw down my 2nd land in hand, get out the Arcane Signet, play the Goose, and swing for 1. Goose is a good food engine. One of the best food engines, actually, because it can repeatedly create food. Most things in Magic, unfortunately, make food once. And only once. Hey, Outland Liberator. I might take you out. But how do I want to take you out? This is great because I didn't get a 3rd land and I would like to ramp. So we're going to take out that. Pass the turn. Tireless Provisioner. That's going to give them landfall, making tokens. We actually also have Tireless Provisioner in this deck. It can make food. Imagine. Food. I don't have a way to sacrifice you right now. Not yet. I might end up taking that Provisioner. Just saying. Just saying. I'm going to chill here with my Orcish Bowmasters in case they try drawing any cards and doing any funny business. Sacrificing and stealing the Liberator would have worked if the targets weren't all mine. It's one of those like, oh, I really don't want to have to sacrifice it to kill my stuff. Foreign collects! So foreign collects will get them 2 more lands in hand. They get 2 forests. Yep, Woodland Chasm. A little bit of that stuff. For real? All right. Orcish Bowmasters time. We are going to swing in. Throw this down. Ping for 1, and then block with the 1/1 token. There goes the Provisioner. Speaking of Provisioners, here's mine. Sadly, no lands. Love that these have Death Touch, though. Doing the Bowmaster's Death Touch was going to be my plan otherwise, but this is also just fine. What do I want? What do I need? I need to attack you in the face. I'm going to, instead of playing out the Cauldron Familiar, work on making another food. My deck is fairly land light, since it is more of like a mid-rangey aggressive deck than a big Golgari good stuff reanimation deck like theirs is. Theirs is a landfall deck too. That's what Nissa cares about. Landfall is how she gets extra loyalty. Yeah, I might sacrifice the food to Greta. This is an instant speed ability, so we can do it whenever we want. Oh, who's coming back? Is it the Tireless Provisioner, the Outland Library, or something from hand? It's Sheoldred from upstairs! Alright, I am going to sacrifice food here. Ah, look, a land! And I will sacrifice the goose. Good food engine it may be. Is it what I crave? No. There's a lot of Praetors over there. It would be a shame if somebody stole them. We're just getting treasure on these. I do not want to flip these, no, because they will get control of it. We're going to grab Sheoldred. We're going to use her to slam into Nissa. And we're going to pass the turn. Greta being able to turn our food into card draw is very nice. That way, hopefully, we can draw our nice removal to take out things like Vorinclex and Sheoldred before they transform and cause trouble. Currently, I do not have 8 cards in my graveyard, and they do not have 8 mana. Realmbreaker, that's going to be filling up my graveyard. Delicious snacks from my graveyard. Okay, they're just coming in with all of this. I am not sure if I want to make a trade because Nissa's able to bring these back so easily. Nah, I'm trading. Or at least trying to trade. Hopefully they don't have any single target removal for the low cost of 2. They don't! I will sacrifice my tempting apple to draw a card. You got Vraska. I'll move Greta back to the command zone. Nice. We've got Vraska who can destroy the Realmbreaker. They'll probably activate it in response, trying to get a land, this one, out of my graveyard. Ooh, no, the Restless Cottage! Oh no, that's much better. Maybe Sir Ginger? I'm trying to decide here. Should I just bring back the Troll King this turn? I think that would work. I should be able to do this. It is my turn, and I have... Oh, no, those are treasures! I forgot that they're not foods. That's fine. Sir Ginger's on the battlefield. She's vibing, she's hanging, she's chilling, and I do not feel I need to protect Vraska. She did an important thing. She got rid of the Realm Breaker. This being able to animate is scary, though. It can become a 4/4, and it makes food! And it can take out my Troll King! Turn Timber Symbiosis, looking at the top 7 cards of their library. I would actually say that Restless Cottage is a very good animatable land relative to like many of the other ones. The fact that it enters tapped but does generate both the colors for this is nice. Yeah, it does eat graveyards. That's what I was saying. Like it could have hit this Troll King. Oracle of Moldiah. They have an Ancient Green Warden able to recast lands from graveyard next turn. Bye, Vraska. Aw, Curious Pear. Is it good? No. Does it go in this deck? Yes. Because we're a food deck. Dilemma 121. Thank you for the 3-month resub. We got food. Food. Got food. I will attack with Sir Ginger. Get in my damage and bring back the king. We still do get our scry here, which is nice. Nope. Looking for single target removal. Still didn't find it. Okay, fine. Can't spend my whole life waiting for them to make me discard. Green Warden, you here to get some lands, make them fall. By the way, I do have 8 cards in my graveyard, so if Shelly wants to cause problems, she can cause problems. Killing, for example, my Feasting Troll King. And then bringing back all creatures, right? Oh gosh. Yeah, she Rise of the Dark Realms. Whew, they're not Rise of the Dark Realmsing. Wait, no, they could still do it! Because they could play extra lands this turn. Uh-oh. Thinking this cat looks familiar. Like a Cauldron Familiar, maybe? She flips. And we will continue to look now for our artifact and enchantment removal. There goes the king. We have Sholdred's Edict, which lets us kill one of these. I'll actually go for just losing an extra life first. Don't mind me. Hey, Galadriel. You're cute. Have to discard. Okay, so they milled us, put more things into the graveyard. But right now, my goal is just find a way to get rid of this. Hi, Nissa. They're able to get up to 4 landfall triggers, which means that they can reanimate something here. Though, because everything comes back next turn off of the True Scriptures, maybe they'll play Girl, because that gives more things in the graveyard to bring back. Also, hi, Massacre Girl. Also, oh no, Massacre Girl. No, they're grabbing Vorinclex. Please play Massacre Girl. Just kill everything. It's fine. They all come back next turn. You have Rise of the Dark Realms. It's about to trigger. It's great. I'm scared. Me and my delicious snacks are scared. I'm just a little girl. My brother's dead. I'm just trying to have a snack. I wish that Cauldron Familiar could block. Dang, arena version of this card. Damn, she's got a lot of loyalty. I've got to bake into a pie. I can kill one thing. That's not enough. We are going to sacrifice a food. Turn from the wilds. Nope. Galadriel is going to attack. To make another food. We eat the food. All I have is kill! That's not what I want. That's not what I crave. That's not what I need. So here comes everyone. Hey guys. Don't mind me. Just making food. There goes the kitty. Tireless Provisioner gets a few triggers. Just a few. Just a couple. No big deal. It's normal, regular, totally fine. We're not winning this game. I'm going to let them finish us off, though. It should just take an attack or two. Even if I got the one board wipe in our deck, Meat Hook Massacre, they would still just take us out through sheer power. Oh, but they would rather mill themselves. Good cards in that graveyard. Ooh, Sir Conrad I think would be the coolest way to kill me. He's Con-Radical. If a creature leaves their graveyard. That's not a creature. That's just proliferating. They're trying to get to Chapter 2 faster. Is this bad for me? What? Okay, yeah, a little. It's a little bad. No, we don't have a way to win here. I'm hoping they don't take too many extra game actions. Are you gonna put the Massacre Girl into play? Nope, they're grabbing Sheoldred, who causes us to sacrifice another creature. I will drop my Curious Pair. They might be able to win this turn. That might be their goal here, is to proliferate, put the counters, take me out. No, they only have 2 mana left. I think they've already played their 2 lands per turn. I have a 1/1. Oh, no, that's a treasure. They do have... This is all treasure, not food. This is food. This is treasure. Do not eat the delicious rocks. Here, I'll show them what I have. It's a 1/1 that can't block. Behold! Boop. Hey, I'm A-Cauldron Familiar. Hey, what are you doing with that? Uh-oh. So these are the only 2 who don't have summoning sickness right now. We discard. We mill. These don't have trample. We can block, but they do have more mana. So they can untap this, proliferate again, give these all the fight ability. Oh yeah, you have my Sir Ginger. I forgot about Sir Ginger. Has our Bowmaster actually triggered? No, because they're not drawing cards. Our opponent's actually playing in a very, very diligent way. Pay 3 life. Proliferate. Making these into 8/10, 8/10. These flip to the 3rd and final chapter. the creatures that were in the graveyard returned from the graveyard. One of them is a good piece of removal. The other one is a good piece of removal. Oh, and I love Floriferous Vine Walls just in here like, I'm here too! Yawgmoth is just vibing. All the creatures leaving the battlefield and creatures entering the battlefield cause Sir Conrad to trigger. We have no blockers remaining, 5 life left. They sacrifice a creature to exile a non-land permanent on my side of the battlefield, the A-Cauldron Familiar. Almost done. If they take a creature out, that's going to be another trigger for Conrad, right? Oh no, only from from their graveyard. You can remove 2 counters from your own permanent. And they finally swing in to the lethal blow. Good game, Nissa! Lelia, the Blade Reforged. I do have actually pretty decent mana in this hand. It doesn't look like it, but that Many Partings is going to be able to grab me a swamp. And it also makes me a food! Yay! We're up against Lelia, who attacks, grows, exiles cards, and lets you play them until the end of turn. We use Many Partings to go ahead and grab a swamp. I now have both of my colors of mana. And a food. The food's important. We have a Generous Ent. And an Incubation Druid. Hopefully it doesn't just get shocked, bolted, burned, and killed. But, you know, always bolt the elf, as they say. Ooh, always spite the druid. Rough. And Lelia swings in. They've already played a land for a turn, so unless it's a free spell, and it's not, it's just exiled for good, but that's totally fine. I have mana. I'm just going to bring this in tapped. And as they go to combat is when I'll be killing Lelia. Hey, Lannery! Rather lose 2 life than 4. We have Castle Lochtwain now. I will play Greta. This is an instant speed ability to make food, so I guess we'll do it in instant speed. Oh, you gonna kill her? It's actual factual lightning bolt. Well, maybe I'll Forest Cycle. Grab a forest so I can play Galadriel next turn. She's an entirely 4/4. That's big enough to block some things. That also means I could potentially kill one of these using the Gumdrop Poisoner. I just have to gain the life first. A mountain! Yeah, I'm going to Forest Cycle. I will grab a plain old forest. Oh, infuriating! They are so aggressive! Practically a bolt on its own. +3/+2. A 7 attack Captain Lannery Storm. We are going to do the thing that black decks, or red decks hate the most. Eat food. And then I will poison them. I could kill Lelia, or I could kill Lannery. I'm going to kill Lelia. Hello, yes. Don't mind me, just a 3/2 with lifelink. Totally willing and able to trade with you, Ms. Lannery Storm. I will also mention, as I'm recording this video, Arena is having some server issues. So if something weird happens, it's probably related to that. I think that was just them trying to decide what they wanted to do. They want to go full-on treasures. Wow, with Captain Lannery and Magda now on the board. They've exiled my poor Poisoner, so I can no longer gain life off of her. Gosh, as these attack in, they're going to be making so much treasure. They'll also be able to replay Lelia next turn. Orcish Bowmasters. Not what I was planning on doing, but we're going to do it anyway. And I'm going to do it on my turn. Just take it out. Bye, Magda. The goose. We make more food. Since they're red, they don't really draw many cards. There are some like discard your hand, draw a card abilities. This can draw a card. I'm planning on probably just double blocking. Maybe even eating food. Sometimes you just have to gain life. This negates a bolt to the face. If they have a way to ping one of these, just take out one of these two, well, they're gone. But I think that it's worth it to stop Lannery from doing Lannery things. Please stop, Lannery! Oh, no. Oh, they're gonna draw a card. Okay, so this becomes a 2-2. Ping their face. Oh, and they're gonna concede. Nice. I think the threat of life gain against mono red was just enough. It's all that we needed. Good game. We're up against Kroxa and Kunaros. Kroxa and Kunaros as a deadly duo, the dog and the titan, able to come together and cause some serious trouble. I'm going to go for a turn 1 Restless Cottage. This comes into play tapped, but we can animate it soon, hopefully in the very near future. Next turn, we can get double ramping out. And our opponent's going to be looking to fill up their graveyard. So unfortunately, there's only 2 targets here, and they're going to hit the halfling, which really does interrupt my ramp plan here. Hey, Valky. Maybe they want to become A-Cauldron Familiar. Who knows? So rather than ramping, we'll probably go for Witch's Vanity, taking out Valky. This does feed their graveyard. But it also means I'll get my delighted halfling back soon. Yay! My little guy. Boop. Witch's Vanity will also get me a food and a Wicked token. It's wicked good. So Crux and Kronos, once they get enough cards in graveyard, we'll just be able to reanimate on attack. Palantir of Orthanc will fill up their graveyard. 2 to the top. I will lose the life. They milled 3. Okay, cool. They expect me to mill there. Utopia Sprawl is a 1-for-1 as far as mana goes. Pay with that one. Enchant this one. Name black mana. Do I want a Wicked Greta or do I want to ramp? I want to ramp because we have such good cards in hand. Such good cards worth ramping into, like Liliana. This card's, by the way, great. I would say I would recommend putting this card in anything that cares about putting things in graveyard, or is just kind of like a control strategy. It's a generically good card. Ooh, Gnawing Vermin. 2 cards in a graveyard. When it dies, they give -X/-X. Okay, let's see. How do you organize your cards? Toodle it up. I'm gonna let you draw. Nice. Orcish Bowmasters. My delighted halfling is going to be wicked. It's wicked sweet. Bro. Yeah. I'm gonna use one of these foods to make the Incubation Druid. Tap for more mana. And then I'm going to pass the turn. Right now, the spells they can recast from Graveyard of Arcanist are none spells. There are no spells there. They don't have enough mana to play Crux and Kunaros. They know about the upcoming Liliana. I hope that we have a wicked halfling. See that smile? That's an evil smile. Mwahaha. She's so cute though. Oh my gosh, just look at her! Whoa, hey. Hey. Whoa, 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 hey! They're gonna use that for mana, aren't they? We're gonna get out our Bowmasters. I'm just going to ping their face. I don't want to hit the vermin, because that would kill the Bowmasters. They still have 5 mana. If they have a way to sacrifice the Druid, they might do that. Claim the Firstborn to grab something else? I mean, yeah, you can claim until end of turn. I don't know what they're planning on doing, though. Aw, the Halfling! Is that enough to play Crux and Kurneros? I think it might be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't reanimate anything, though, because there's just not enough cards in Graveyard. But they still have a 6/6, and, like, they can wait. They can just do it next turn, whenever something else ends up in their graveyard. Enjoy your card. Ping! Hey, Marionette Master! Big fan of that guy. I kind of want Liliana here. I'm gonna go ahead and tap you for black. Oh, they know what's up. Yeah, we're gonna make them sacrifice both of those. We will have a good advantage on the board. Hopefully drawing a land so you get more mana. Eventually getting out Pippin, the master, to drain them. Winning the game. Nice. Love when it works. Ariette of the Charmed Apple in Auras, Commander in Orzhov colors. Ariette cares about the number of auras on the battlefield, and if one of your creatures is enchanted by their auras, it can't attack. Well, at least it can't attack you, which in 1v1 means it can't attack. That's one of those, like, oh yeah, this is actually kind of significantly different if it's not 1v1. But yeah, we're definitely in 1v1 here. We got an Esper Sentinel going to make me pay the 1. Ooh, Lotho, who turns casting 2 spells into treasures. Damn. No blocks. Got a snack. I'm going to play the Gilded Goose. Should have ordered this differently, which is Vanity. This way they still get the treasure. And I'll kill Lotho. Had I ordered that the other way, they wouldn't have gotten a treasure. Ariette was one of the first decks I built for this set. And one of the problems I had... Oh my gosh, so I actually was about to mention... There's a bunch of auras that remove the activated abilities of cards. And they cost like 3 mana each. And that's really rough. Because for 4 mana... you could just play Drana and Lenvala. So they have removed the mana abilities of my cards. Rude. Drana and Lenvala, very rude. I'll need to find some removal for you. At least I have food. I have 3 food right now. Alright, so this is a deadweight on Greta. I cannot activate her abilities. And she is a 1/1. Also, I lose 1 life because of this. Alright, we have Murderous Rider. I will make... We're gonna make the Wicked Goose. Kill Drana and Lenvala so I can actually use these. Do I pay the 1? Sure. I'll pay the 1. I don't think you have any useful ability. Yeah, you can tap for 1 green mana. You want to tap for 1 green mana? No? Okay, great. Thank you. Greta can now be activated, so we can, for example, eat a food. We can say, delicious! Got a Chatterfang! Nice. So Greta can't attack them because of Ariette's passive ability, but we can still block with Greta. Black Market Connections. Hey! I think I have that in this deck. At least I meant to put it in this deck. I wonder if I forgot. Do I want to walk with Greta? Yes. Now I'm not draining myself. I'm going to throw down Doubling Season. And yes, I pay the 1. Well, I'll make sure that Black Market Connections is in the deck, at least by the time I play the next game. Because you gotta have it when you have a Doubling Season, right? Think of all the tokens. No, no, no! Ah, no, I made my token doubler come down and they got rid of it. Oh, the pain. You've used a Radiant Grace to turn Ariette into a 3-power with Vigilance. And I lose some life. Well, I'm going to make some tokens. Out of revenge. I'm going to play this Tough Cookie. Tough Cookie means I also get a squirrel. Love squirrels. They're great. They're so cute. Just look at them. Just look at them. Non-creature spells, such as these, now cost 1 more. Because of how I tapped, unfortunately, I would have to use my food in order to sacrifice something. But if I'd want to do it, I should do it now. Because we're about to be unable to activate abilities on our opponent's turn. Ariette Prison! Okay, Orcish Bowmasters. Killing my Llanowar Elf. Okay, I can't do anything with it. It's dead. But so is the Sentinel. It is a tough cookie. They'll be able to bring it back, but like already, Drain It and Linvala, I think, is the thing to bring back. Oh no, if only I could use Vivian to take you out. But I can't. Gosh, them cutting off my activated abilities just hurts so much. And that's okay. We will chill, hang, and vibe. Vivian's late. Vivian will be able to take out Janet and Linvala, though, because she is they are a flyer. It's 2 ladies. You got a vampire lady and an angel lady in the same place. Now they have the ability to turn a food into a creature and sacrifice squirrels. I love how many just like weird abilities she... Look at this. Look at this scrolling text box on Draina and Linvala. You guys are funny. Here comes Vivian. And we take them out. Pew pew! Uh-oh, can they protect her? Oh, okay. I'm going to kill Orcish Bowmasters. Because I can. We lose life from the Trespasser's Curse. And Ariette as well. As long as a creature is entering the battlefield. We are all the way down to 6. We might have to eat food. Like, actually eat food. Which... That's ridiculous, right? We'd eat food. So this can make food. This is food. I kind of love that this is food. I'm going to start with Brassica. Oh my gosh, we're getting a raid! Thank you so much, Demonic Tutors, for the raid. Demonic Tutors is my cousin Ed. I'm so happy they decided to, come hang out. So does this curse me? Is that what this does? Makes things enter tapped, right? Yes. Okay, I'm sitting and chilling. Sitting, chilling, and vibing. Imagine actually eating food. I might. Ariette returns. This is an aura. This is an aura. Oh, right. I can't eat food on their turn because of Meryl. Right. I totally remembered that that's the thing that... Oh, Shelob! I forgot that she's lobbing in here. I could sacrifice Vivian to take out one of these. Or we could plus. And I like this more. We've got the Wicked Wolf. Ow! Do you want to eat first? Do you want to eat first? Do you want to make tokens? Ooh, I want to woo. I want to woo. I want to woo, but I have to not die. Elanor, a delicious snack. Thank you so much. I lose 2. I gain 3. I'm going to sacrifice. Where's that Wicked token? Wicked. Gaining another life. We've got a Blooming Marsh now. Throw that down. I can sacrifice a food to play the A-Cauldron Familiar, which reduces my number of blockers, but would gain me 1 life at that instant in time. Yes, I would like a basic land card. I would like to put one into play. Lovely. I could just attack with everything, right? Oh. Or they could kill all of their own creatures, which causes me to die. They pass the end step, and Ariette sees the 2 auras. Takes me out. GG, Ariette of the Charmed Apple. That was a fun one. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. As always, if you'd like to watch me record this live, come over to twitch.tv/Amazonian. I've also gotten a comment from somebody saying, Amy, why don't you have your deck lists in a link? Because the way I store my deck lists is live, which means that the link does change. But if you ever come over to my Twitch channel and type !decks in the chat, you'll actually get a link to my live updated decks because I tweak my decks a lot. Very often I will play a deck and not record new Brawl Stars episodes. And so if you want the most up-to-date list of my decks, just come over to Twitch and ask the robot for it. The robot shall provide. It's a very, very kind robot. Thank you to all the robots in the chat for helping me out. I appreciate it. As for this deck, it is a fun one, but running it as a pure food deck is, well, you're cutting yourself off from a lot of really powerful ways to play this deck. I think the most powerful way to play this would actually be a combination of combos. That's right, it's a combo-tacular, which is a thing that a lot of people do with these Golgari decks. I may actually build this deck in a second version and release it maybe a couple weeks to show you what it's like when you run the Chatterfang, Pitiless Plunderer, Dina, Vito, Exquisite Blood, and of course our brand new Experimental Confectioner Pippin combo all in the same place. You can really go wild if you're willing to run them all in the same spot because you have access to black. You can even run tutors to tutor for combo pieces. I probably wouldn't do that much of that just because it's not really my flavor, but you could do it. You can have a lot of fun doing it. And if you want to feast, well, you can play this version of the deck with Greta Sweettooth Scourge. Thank you all so much for watching and have a brawlful day.